Hey guys, how's it going? SoCal here. Going to do a video today on this MGW Site Pro Site Press removal and installation tool. Want to thank you guys for coming by, checking this out. This is going to be the last video that I do on the SoCal Preps channel. I'll get into that in a little bit. Actually in a different video, but I'm going to annotate my new channel down here. I'm going to be doing a lot of the gun stuff, gunsmithing, ammo, reloading, and all the rest of the stuff that I normally do. I'm just going to leave out the rest of the kind of prepping stuff. Again, that'll be a different video. So let's get into this Site Pro. Bought myself some new night sights with the tritium from Trigicon, and I'm going to be installing them on my USP. It is clear, so you guys see, you know, Safety Sally out there wouldn't want me to shoot myself, would you? I bet, huh? So we're going to be putting these sights on here, and they're dovetail sights. So in the past I've tried to do these with just a hammer and punch, and it never works out really well. So I splurged and went for this sight tool because unlike a lot of other sight tools, this one specifically can be adapted to not every single gun, but just about every gun out there, and be specific to that purpose. So let me show you how it works. We're going to pull these two lugs off. Let me just get you zoomed in here a little better, and pull that off. Pull this one off. All right, two washers. Okay, this thing slides off, and for right now we're just going to set this aside. This is kind of the meat of the whole sight tool. This unit right here is what they're going to refer to as a shoe, and this is specific to manufacturer's pistols. This one specifically is for USP. You can see that there. So what you want to do is take your gueta, that's gangster for gun, take the slide off, and the barrel out. You don't have to take the barrel out, but there's really no reason to leave it in there. And what this does is, as it's sitting in this frame, so to speak, here, this kind of slides into the same notch that the slide reciprocates on the frame of the pistol. So this is the way it works. Go ahead and set this in this groove, and you take this and get that screwed on there a little. You want a little bit of slack on it so you can get the slide on it. So you want it to go up and down just like that. Yeah, alright. And then you slide your slide onto this, and depending on what direction you have this part of the tool facing, it determines kind of the front sight or the rear sight. I'll show you that when we do the rear or the front sight. We're going to do the rear sight first. So what you want to do now, I'm going to guess that's about right. So I'm going to tighten this bolt up so it's snug, and then you can see there's these guys off to the side on either side. Just tighten these guys down, and that kind of grips from the sides to keep the slide from bending. It gives it a lot more rigidity. Now we're just going to drop this guy right back where we found it onto the top here. Now let me show you one thing before we do that. This is the part of the unit that knocks the slide off or pinches the slide on. Right in front of that you have this thing that could feasibly touch the top of your frame, and what that does is raises and lowers the height of this part so you don't put a big scratch across the top of your gun. For all intensive purposes, you shouldn't have to manipulate that using this screw here. It's set so that this thing will touch the top of your slide, and you have like, I think it's 15 thousandths, I don't remember exactly, it's either 5 or 15 thousandths between the top of this and the top of that clearance. So what that equates to is, 5 thousandths gap here, so you're not going to mess up your gun. So I'll turn this around, have a look. It looks like we're right on time. If you look at right here, you can see where this thing's going to hit pretty much dead center of the sight. We can go ahead and turn that in just a little bit, just to make ourselves feel a little more comfortable that it's not going to put a big gash across our frame. And then we throw our nuts on. The washers first. This thing is really nicely machined as well. All the parts are just really smooth, no harsh corners. It's a really nice unit. Okay, so we're just going to have one more look, verify that indeed there is not a possibility of us gouging our slide. Looks like we're pretty high here. So we're going to come in with this tool, and actually I can comfortably, I'm going to loosen these because I'm a little too tall actually. I'm going to loosen that more. That's going to bring that tool closer to the firearm, and all you have to do is just turn this handle, and it's not exactly easy to turn the handle. It's pretty tight, but you can see the sight getting pressed out. I think it's kind of hard to hold still. It is pretty tight. Alright, so we're pretty much away. You just grab that. And there we go. Super simple. This is a great tool. I think it was $400. However, if you look at, if you're a gun nut like me and you regularly do stuff like this, here in California, gunsmiths charge you between $30 and $50 to do this. Once you get a hang of this tool, you can do this in a matter of about 5 minutes. So the easiest way to go about this, to get the new sight on, is to pull just the top half of this contraption off. Same thing we did when we assembled it. Set the sight in there. Oh, that's the one we just took off.
I think the dudes are gone.
Okay, so we have that on there. Just set this guy back on. Need to give myself a little more room. There we are. Throw the washers on. Alright, and then just repeat the process in reverse. So, oh, it's the wrong way. Okay. And you can see these notches here. This is actually meant to be put in a vise. You can do it that way, or you can do it this way. Instructions say. And there isn't really a way to get this dead center. At least the press doesn't allow for that. There's nothing on here, so you just kind of eyeball it. At least that's what I've been doing here. I've been changing out a lot of sights on my firearms lately, just because this thing is just so damn handy to have around, and getting pretty good at it, I think. This one I went a little too far, so I'm going to come back a little bit. And that should be about it. I'll pull this guy out. And there you have it. Just like that. Easy peasy. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, let's do the front really quick. Same exact deal. We're just going to turn the slide around. Loosen this up down here. And also you'll notice in the front here, there's a notch cut out, and what that's for is, in 1911, sometime the barrel bushing will come back kind of far. That notch is so you can get that bushing up in there, and you can still get the front side out. So we're going to come in from the other angle now. Same deal. Tighten her up from the bottom here. Tighten it up on the sides. Good. Alright. Drop this guy down, see if we're even. Looks like we're right on the money. Right up on there. Alright. That one's free. Alright, got a pair of tweezers here. Alright. Just gonna set it in that groove. Alright, we're just about there. Back it off a bit. Get a look down the bore. Yeah, I think we're there. Looks pretty close to me. And that's it, man. Super easy. And if you ask me, that was totally worth 50 bucks. This is the 4th set of sights I've put on using this tool, so as far as I'm concerned, I have about 3-4 more sights to set on here, and I've already broken even as far as being charged by a gunsmith. And I'd totally be happy to do that for friends and stuff around here, so it's way better than having to pay 50 bucks. And there you go. Pretty cool. So, digging it. So yeah, MGW Sight Pro. You guys go check it out. I got this on midway.com, Midway USA that is. Totally worth it, So just thought I'd throw that video out there, show you how it works. Cool tool. And yeah, thanks for watching. And again, you guys, I will see you later. Last video you're going to see. Go check out my new channel. It's going to be down here somewheres. Yeah. Alright. Y'all take care.